The goal to become financially independent as quickly as possible. Financial independence means the ability someday to live from the income of your invested resources. I want you to get there as quickly as possible. Someday you could, if you wanted to, live from the income of your invested resources so that now you can work for joy and not for necessity.
If you believe that that is the way to go and to get your things going in life, right now you should be tuned to this channel, because even Mr. Robert Kiyosaki says the same thing here. Rich Dad's words of wisdom. Money is a tool, not the goal. Freedom is the goal. Money is the tool. So if you go and see this video right here, the goal isn't more money. The goal is more freedom. And Bitcoin is that freedom and the expression of the digital realm and the freedom within the digital realm. So welcome back to the Crypto Bliss Show tonight on this wonderful Monday moon day evening. It is seemingly so a new moon out there today, with the moon pointing towards what looks like a little bit of a Jupiter or Saturn, perhaps, even if we could see some of that. But hey, guys, guess what? It's all beautifully aligned and generally, and we'll have a look at a little chart instigation in a moment. So, but for now, if you did not see my video here, I will leave it in the cards at the end of the video and pinned in this video right here. But that video clearly you absolutely love, because right now you can see that the crypto bull cycle is absolutely imminent, and the ridiculous cash to tsunami is going to come in. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm well positioned, well prepared, and according to this, I have well invested my cash into assets that are currently returning me capital. Even though the assets might be down right now, that's okay. Just continue to accumulate those assets on the journey, and that's all that matters right here, right now. So truly, I appreciate you being part of me, part of my journey on this wonderful channel, the Crypto Bliss channel. And right now, it's been such an incredible moment. You know, I've had so much work to do, so many things to say. 8 minutes ago, thank you for all of you, you special souls. Really appreciate all of you. I've been sharing so many things here on this channel. Guys, there is so much news I want to share with you. So make sure to stay tuned right to the very end, because right now, using my Bybit link down below, we're whipsawing right here in this moment, and it is absolutely catastrophic. If you were watching my video that I shared with you yesterday, I did get kicked out of my trade, and it's okay. It is what it is. And right now, I'm just a little bit down in realized profit because of the time and the entry into the trade. But don't worry, guys. I actually said in those videos that I think we could essentially come down a little bit more. And that's why I have committed to entering those particular trades down at this level. For some reason, where there's a lot of sell pressure in this area here right now, you can see that currently, and I will share with you on the chart, that right now we're under my resistance range zone. Okay, which is essentially between these two blocks right here, right now. Okay, my brother Trezor, shout out to him. My astrological readings are very helpful to what I'm about to share with you, and he is a master at it. And as you can see here, ever since we've had the halving date, we were literally just ranging right now. So we were ranging here in between the two zones here, the two yellow zones. I did mention that for some time now, but unfortunately the ribbon is now crossed. We are pulling down, and the next support level that I said would be this white box down here. Now, the very interesting thing that we are experiencing is one of a few things, okay? If you were watching this video right there, you would see that I showed you this down sloping channel for some time now. I redrew and added an extra line because that could be an additional further support line. Remember, the charts are what you see. Now we are in the next trading range down, which is essentially between this white box over here and this white box over here, which is a support zone for this area over there. Now, we tried to reach down. We immediately bought back up. We try to push up and close back up above this bar. but the sell pressure was far too much all the way down from this point right here, because we fell under it. We tried to get back up above it, and then we were hit with much resistance on the ribbon, on the box, and then we came down to the next level. We broke through with conviction on the next level, which is very interesting, right? Because I want to share with you right now, and I just want to go very simply and add in the 200 moving average here right now. Let's see if it pulls it in. Is it going to pull it in? Maybe it's not going to pull it in. Okay, 200 moving average. Let's go find the 200 moving average. Alrighty, 200 moving average. Okay, inner circle wealth. Okay, let's go and just click the 200 moving average. Let's see if it does give us that one. All right, that's the one I'm asking for. Let's put it out on the menu. Oh, there you go. The red line right there, which, might I just say, if we zoom in quite a bit here, okay, we can actually see that we fell through on this candle, okay. And I want to give you guys a little bit of a bearish scenario here right now. And I want to add some, let's remove one of this one of them. QMA, let's go delete. We can delete. There you go. All right. So let's go and add the volume, okay, into this mixture as well, and have a look at what the volume indicator says to us, because this volume that fell through, boom, was decent amount of volume, and then we had very strong volume sell pressure here, telling us really that we weren't finished, but we got hugely bought back up here, but then not much here. Now, yesterday we were rejected from the 200 moving average with this candle down here, but the sell pressure wasn't actually that much. Now, a very interesting component is, you can see I've drawn my line, and my line, we're on the daily chart, my line from that point to that point, and that point to that point on the stochastic RSI, plus on the MACD. If we have a very, very close squeeze at where we're at right now, you can essentially see that we are building a bullish divergence on this momentum here right now. Are we going to get any further downward pressure? Well, I don't know right now, because all I can say to you is right now, and I'm just going to draw a teensy tiny little line in here for you guys, just so that you're well aware that that is a higher low moment right here, right now. Okay. But the problem that we're having is that we rejected off of this 200 with a candle closing below my yellow box. Okay. Which was a very important level to hold. With another candle, if this candle closes doji and possibly in the green, I'd be very, very happy, because then I'd know that this is a validation pattern and we should start to see momentum back out. And all this was a fake out, a flush out of the critters like myself that hit a degen 100x on this token. And I should have taken all my profits up here, because I used 50 cents to make $200 in the trade. Imagine what that would have been if I'd used $200, like even just $100. That would have made me like $200,000. But I'm not a degen anymore. I was just doing it for a good session of fun. But the one thing that I do want to share with you is that Bitcoin loves the W patterns, and is the W pattern right now. And essentially the next level up for the W pattern is probably and very much likely all the way back up here at this level. If we were to draw this little pattern, I'd like to see where that would take us. What do you guys think? Wow, look at that. Back into the upward sloping channel, meaning that this entire move was just a flush out, a fake out to get you selling your Bitcoin. Do you think that all of the governments, the German government, do you think that the German government are selling their Bitcoin? Yes, they were selling some of their Bitcoin. But if you look here, this thing now is building higher lows the entire time here. All of this level here right now. So I want to share some conviction with you now going forward, because I have for a very, very long time been sharing with you for the longest of times, this cup and handle pattern right here, okay? Cup, okay, crazy busy this thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to delete that so you can see a little bit better, okay? Cup. I drew this months ago for you. In fact, I think I even drew it down here for you when I was drawing these areas of support that we essentially broke down to. Now, on my video over here, go check it out. I did say to you that it is a very high possibility that we do end up possibly coming all the way back down to this blue line here, which is $48,000. Then you'd ask me, well, why have I got my entries at 51K? Well, those are just the starting entries. I will add some more entries, and I will continue to share those entries as we see what the price action does. There's no point in tying up all your cash in trading on opening trades when there isn't anything to possibly go to. But in saying that, if you look at this pattern, okay, very simply, it is a cup. There was the handle pattern that I drew for you. That's the target that I drew. It blew through the target. It retested the target, tried to go back up, but then failed. And actually, you can see that the handle formation of the pattern has been starting to form in that zone, which now essentially looks a little bit more like that, right? There is the handle pattern that I'm referring to. So generally, cup and handle patterns are actually very, very and extraordinarily bullish. And on the breakout of the cup and handle pattern, the exit will take us up to possibly about 132K Bitcoin. Do you believe Bitcoin can hit 132K this cycle? Let me know down in the comments below, please, because I have a lot of information that's going to tell us that it can go beyond that. And if you watched my video here, a ridiculous tsunami of liquidity is going to inflow into this chart coming soon. Now look at this here. Ethereum is somewhat doing the same thing. Ethereum has found a support pattern right here. Before I move on, that 47K, and if we fall beyond the 47K, because look at all of the touch points here that I drew for you, if we fall beyond this level, this would be our absolute next base down here at the 38.7 to 48K. That would give us a ridiculously strong pullback down there, which would essentially be a 47% pullback. Now, there's a few things that I'm going to show you that shows you that that is not even uncommon. So on the longer trajectory, hopefully you have the longer trajectory in your mind, because if you have the longer trajectory in your mind, well, then you would really just know that Bitcoin literally only goes up. That is just as simple as it is. Now, another point on the monthly is that we've had a couple red months here now that possibly we could pull back, like I said here, to this 0.5 on the Fibonacci. You can see once we zoom in, okay? And might I say, we still have a few months to go before essentially the rockets break through the all-time high, because that's what it does. It waits patiently through the halving to the breakout point in days to actually get out of the pattern every single time. So we still have approximately another 4 months, okay? July, August, September, October. Generally, October, November, December, January generally are quite bullish months for Bitcoin, okay? Now, with more conviction that I want to share with you, okay, you can see here that the 618 level is down at the 49K zone. We haven't reached it, and Bitcoin loves that zone like the crazy. So I would not be surprised that it came down to there, and maybe even a bit more stronger support. If it came down to there, maybe it would reach the ribbon, okay, which would allow us to bounce off of it like it did over there. Or we could come down to the 0.5 level, which would essentially bring us down to like the 43K level, 42.6K level, which I might say is a lot deeper and stronger support and retest. And I wouldn't mind if it did do that, because looking on the monthly time frame, you can see right now that the PMO is pulling down, the MACD is trying to it's lost buying momentum, and the stochastic is strongly pulling down over here. But normally, once the blue does cross back over the red, we have very strong bullish momentum in months to follow. The same thing is busy happening on Ethereum. The same thing is busy happening on the total 2 market cap. I'm just very simply going to just draw something like this for you guys so that you can actually see how many falling wedge patterns there really are that are unfolding right here, right now. I would not be afraid. I would just be very patient and continue to accumulate. Look at the buy signals that are coming in here right now. Very, very oversold right now. Bitcoin is getting just less attention at the moment, and that's why we might see just Bitcoin dominance just starting to appear like it wants to fall. But it isn't falling. It's just retracing. And with Ethereum holding its beautiful area and strength here right now, the selling pressure diminishing, the PMOs, the stochastic RSI is getting ready to reset on this level. Why would we not see a bullish move to come to the upside, bringing Ethereum right back up here to the 618 level at the very least? And that would be all the way back up here at the 3,330 level kind of area. So cool. It is what it is. That's what's busy happening. Oil has been pushing up. Generally, when oil pushes up, it tells us things are getting expensive. When oil pushes down, it tells us things are getting cheaper. Right now, it is busy retesting this very, very long term angle, and you can see there, okay, you can see here, one peak, 2 peak, 3 peak, 4 peak, but oil is losing its momentum somewhat. Oil needs to just have a very strong retracement at this point. We can look at a few coins a little bit later. Let me know down in the comments below what coins you might want to look at so that we can have a look at some of those coins in the chart. But for now, let's carry on right here, because I have been saying to you that for a very long time, a lot of people believe that we're going to hit a 120K market cap. A 120K price on Bitcoin for this cycle. I do not believe that that is going to be the cycle top. That would mean that we would just get past this 1.618, and usually Bitcoin actually skyrockets normally up to the 4.236 level or even the 4.618 level. And generally, you can see here, my call could end up being that call of 300K where we blast up through in this Bitcoin season. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below on that one. But for now, let's go and tackle a little bit of news that I'd like to share with you. So CryptoQuant CEO says that Bitcoin bull market will continue until next year. King Young Ju, CEO of blockchain analytics platform CryptoQuant, says he's expecting the current BTC bull run to last until the first few months of 2025. I believe October 25. And the reason I say this is because astrology also aligns, but looking at that wonderful chart, this very long-term chart that I've set out for you, and if you want to look at this chart, come and follow me on TradingView at Crypto Bliss. Okay, I can share with you right now that you have absolutely no idea how divinely timed and aligned the 25th of October 2025 could be, because that has repeated in history as the average daytime time span that the end of the bull cycle would have continued. So we're looking at right around this point over here, which is a very extensive and long journey. And right now you can see that that's somewhere at this area where I've kind of drawn. So we still have at least 1.5 years maybe 1 year and 2 months, 3 months left of this bull cycle. And we haven't even broken really much through the ceiling of this trade here, right now. So with the peak hitting that level, and with us possibly, and I just want to draw one very awesomely significant new level that came through from a very, 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 very long time's worth of support. Okay, we could see something absolutely phenomenal unfolding right here. I'm going to draw it from that line. Look at that level. Okay, I just want to pull this line all the way back, keeping it right in sync there. Sorry, there you go. That's the line I was intending on drawing for you. All right. It's okay. Look at this line here. Where does this line actually take us? Well, looking back in history, that very true strong line, and I need to pull it there for us so that we do get aligned on it. Excuse me, I will get it for you right now. There you go. Dunk, dunk, lunk. Look at it, lunk, 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 lunk. Look at that level right there. Okay. So not only did we bounce off of this level up, hit the bull market, and then we broke back through the level. We retested the level before we broke back through that same level, before we came back and retested the level, before we bounced off of it and hit the next level ceiling, because we had to draw a ceiling. So there's my ceiling line. This is the floor line. And as you can see here, we broke through it to the downside, and then we pulled back up. And right now we're currently retesting it. So down back here is possibly that equivalent level of the 49K level on BTC. And the reason I say that is because we've broken lower lows here. We've made lower lows. So on the monthly time frame, we are in a downtrend. Just be honest with yourself. That's all it is. But that doesn't mean that we're going to stay down, because really that's like another 5,000-6,000 down again. So yes, all altcoins are bleeding. Buy more of them. I believe that Bitcoin cycle will continue early into next year's. And really, as you can see here, this is the peak, because the ceiling price he's saying here, the ceiling price is at about 120K, the floor price is at about 23K, and the BTC price currently is about 57K. I like it. I think it's valid, but something very sneaky that's been happening in the background. Obviously, you know that JP Morgan, Mr. Jamie Dimon, we know that he is trying to fool you, and maybe he was somewhat ill-advised or whatever it might be, but at the end of the day, he has fooled you and pulled the wool over your eyes. But Marko Kolanovic, JP Morgan Chase & Co.'s chief global market strategist and co-head of global research, is leaving the bank, according to an internal memo obtained by Bloomberg News. Mr. Kolanovic has been at JP Morgan for 19 years and is exploring other opportunities, according to the memo. Now, I wonder why the chief strategist that's helped this business build one of the biggest overseeing cross-asset equity and macro, there is so many things here that are just really not aligning. But the move follows a disastrous 2-year stretch of fair market calls by Mr. Kolanovic. He was steadfastly bullish in much of 22, and the S&P index sank 19%, and strategists across Wall Street lowered their expectations for equity. He then turned bearish just as the market bottomed, missing the last year's 24% surge in the S&P, as well as the 14% gain in the first half of this year. JP Morgan strategist, led by Kolanovic, has stood among Wall Street's mega banks in continuing to expect a sell-off in U.S. equities, even though the firms like Goldman Sachs Group, Citigroup, and Bank of America have steadily raised their outlooks. JP Morgan has the lowest 24th target for the S&P 500 among banks tracked by Bloomberg and 4,200. The benchmark is trading above 5,500. So all in all, I can say to you, if he missed out on a potential of 19% in the 1 year and 24% in the following year, that is a total of 43% that he lost in potential for his investors. So could he be ill-advising Mr. JP Morgan on Bitcoin when we're seeing Bitcoin as one of the biggest gainers in the market? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about that scenario right there. All right. So truly, you are a blessed, beautiful community and a blessed soul. So let's get going. Because Mickey Bull Crypto says here, the Bitcoin cycle top is not even in. I've reiterated this as much as him, as much as all of the traditional crypto OGs in the space. And I do consider myself to be a crypto OG. So if you have been in the space for more than 4 years in one cycle, you're an OG. Let me know down below if you're an OG in the cycle. One of the things that I want to show you here is that this metric has been top-notch for spotting the top and the bottom in every single cycle. Excuse that, guys. I'm not even going to cut that out. Very real in here in Joburg. It's freezing ass here. We've got cold fronts. We've had such a warm winter, I must be honest. But hey, let's get back here. So the halving happened. The stabilization, okay, happened right here. Then we kind of created some volatility here before we hit a massive peak. This created a massive price jump in Bitcoin. Then we had the halving. The price stabilized. Then we continued the rally to the peak. Then that was so the green lines are the bottom of the bear market, just by the way. Bottom of the bear market. Here we are right now. Halving point, punch up to the peak. Bottoming, okay, you can see bottom, 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 bottom. It just is what it is. Now we have pretty much reached the stabilization point. Are we getting ready to make the next move up? What do you think the price target for Bitcoin will be in this cycle? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down in the comments below. And another one, because altcoin season has not been cancelled. The chart tells you no. It has happened in every cycle to shake you out. Look at this chart and tell me why you would give up at the bottom. So here's the halving cycle, and here's the Ichimoku cloud. We came from the top all the way down to the bottom so we got shaken out before the rally continued. You got another shakeout before the rally continued. Then you had the bear cycle. Then the same thing. We hit the top here. We pull back down to get a shakeout before we continue the rally after the halving. The same thing is busy happening now. The shakeout is busy happening. So the shakeout could continue to go even further, all the way down to the 40K, 38K level. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. Because like I'm going to show you here, right now in this pattern, the pattern that I have been sharing with you for some time now, okay, between my yellow boxes, we are currently in a very strong 2-day chart, seems like a wick-off reaccumulation schematics pattern. Reaching jump across the creek will further validate the setup. So you come into the pattern, down to the bottom of the pattern, range here for a moment, hit a bottom level of the pattern, bounce right up to the top of the pattern, hit the creek pattern. This is the creek pattern that's busy happening. Then the springboard is currently happening. Could we be seeing that break back up, retest, and head-shoulder pattern unfolding? Then a very, very strong push to the upside. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about that chart. Shout out to Mickey Bull for that chart. Now, Wise Advice Summit have said here, Mt. Gox is selling Bitcoin. The German government has been selling Bitcoin. The US government has been selling Bitcoin. Miners are selling Bitcoin, but still Ethereum is down more than BTC despite the ETH ETF going live in a few weeks. What is going on with Ethereum? I'd actually like to hear what your thoughts are about what's going on with Ethereum down in the comments below. Please leave a comment down there for me. I'd love to know. I don't know. I'm going to pretend I don't know. I'd love to know if you know. And I'd love to hear what you believe is the reason that we are seeing Bitcoin selling hard right now on the chart. Okay. Like the FUD is getting, the FUD, the noise is about to stop. So if you're selling Bitcoin at this level, woo-wee, you got something coming for you. Because according to Altcoin Daily, shout out to you, Altcoin Daily. I watch your videos every day, guys. Love your channel. You may not like it, but this is exactly how crypto works. The money flows from phase one in Bitcoin to a somewhat overlap in Ethereum. We haven't seen the Ethereum ETF launch. We will only see some liquidity come out of Bitcoin later. But if Bitcoin has a spot ETF and there isn't enough Bitcoin and supply is limited, the same with Ethereum, and the Ethereum hasn't been launched, we are waiting for those two to equally have a power pump flow. And I think that this season could create a massive inflow into both of these, okay, which then essentially, after the pump has happened on those, the altcoin season would start with the large caps, okay. So Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin and large caps are going parabolic. Large caps are coins like BNB, like Chainlink, like Avalanche, like Cardano, Solana, XRP, Toncoin. These large cap coins will be the next ones, the blue chips that will undoubtedly and essentially make the pump through. Now, with the market cap being at 2.17 and the volume increasing in the selling pressure at $181 billion, my goodness me, we are seeing some massive, massive, massive outputs in the market at this point. The money flow is going to eventually come into alt seasons, okay? Wait patiently, because the judge has ruled that BNB token is not a security and dismisses claims from the SEC. In other words, none of these coins are, these top blue chip coins are securities. That is it. It is done and dusted. And every single time, shout out to Vivek, man. Shout out to Vivek. And Orlean O'Hayan. Okay. This is the bear cycle. 2011, 2014, 2018, 22. Which means tick, we've done the bear cycle. The pre-bull cycle, 2012, 2015, 2019, and 23. We've already done that. Tick. Okay. The bull cycle, 2012, 2016, 2020, 24 is still currently underway right now. We have a very patient moment. And before the next year gets started, look at how this drop happened, then this drop happened, and this sideways capitulation happened right here. We are still getting ready for the 2025 huge component of the bull cycle. We have not even got there yet. And if you are being ridiculous about gold and think that gold is logical, well, this is $2 billion worth of gold, and this is $2 billion worth of Bitcoin on this tiny, teensy little USB, which is essentially as small as that little guy right here, right now. $2 billion worth of Bitcoin can fit on a USB, okay? I wouldn't want to carry around $2 billion worth of gold, although it's very pretty. It's not feasible, right? You're not going to be able to carry that on the backpack. In fact, you're going to need a truck, an airplane, a crane, so on, or a couple tens of people to move that, like reasonably so, and a mega truck. So it's not feasible, okay? And nor would you want to move $2 billion worth of gold in one or two trucks, because it's a hijack risk, okay? And if you believe that altcoin season hasn't got started, you're correct, because we're still in the Bitcoin season, okay? It is just as simple as that. Here is Bitcoin right now. We are still in Bitcoin season. The altcoin season has not come yet for us, but yet we are actually building higher lows with conviction right now, and we're starting to bounce. Could we possibly in the next few months see the altcoin seasons start to unfold. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and let me know when you believe that could start to happen. And the reason I want to say that we're not in altcoin season yet is because there are only a very small handful, and Pepe was one of them that was actually outperforming Bitcoin by like 300% at some point. But now Toncoin has outperformed, and because of the Bitcoin price currently down in the last 90 days by 18.8%, you can't really see it on the black there. Okay, these ones have still outperformed, but yet because of the pullback of Bitcoin, all of this has pulled back except for Toncoin. Toncoin has been the only coin that has been holding up strong. Everything else has, well, most of this has been absolutely bleeding to death, pretty much. So I don't know about you and what your thoughts are, but damn, my altcoins are bleeding like 40, 50, 60% at the moment. If yours are, just accumulate more because you'll lower your entry level on the cycle. Now, I hope you have all enjoyed that so far. I'd love to go and see what trades you would love to look at this point, but truly appreciate you being here, part of the Crypto Bliss community. And I love you guys. I love you watching this video right here on the live stream with me. Let me know what it is that you would love to watch here on this side. And right now, we have so much more energy to share with you. So I'll just go and quickly show you the Pepe chart. We could be bottoming out here on this level because this is a strong support level that I did draw for you. Once a little bit of a moment, but yeah, we're kind of battling that bottom area of this box right now. Brett, we have nicely pulled down in this channel. I do believe that it is probably time for us to get out of this kind of ridiculous little wedge pattern that is formed here because we did break out and then we were heavily kind of pulled down by Bitcoin. So Brett was getting its momentum, and the stochastic, the MACD, and the PMO are telling us the same thing. The same thing with SAY. We're almost getting a buy signal here on the daily time frame. In fact, this would be an incredible place to actually come in and buy SAY. Why would I say that? Because SAY is heavily down from where we were at. And truth be told, this is a very, very nice entry level into SAY. And look at that beautiful bottoming out zone that we are currently on. Touch 1, touch 2, touch 3. Onwards and upwards, might I say. And then that's pretty much all I'm going to share and show with you for the day today. So make sure you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community. Truly appreciate you being here with me on the live show. If you enjoyed that, if you enjoyed my video that I shared with you, thank you. Truly appreciate every single last one of you blessed beings, and absolutely love all of your beautiful energy. Much love, and we will see you on next week, Monday's live session right here together on the Crypto Bliss community. Lots of love and enjoy your evening, you blessed, beautiful souls. Take care and have a good night.